Isn't it boring when you have to do the same thing over and over again? Huh? Well, if yes, so what's this preaching about consistency when variety is the spice of life? Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking how to ditch consistency and still be good and successful at what you do. I'm just kidding. We're going to be talking about how to make showing up always interesting for you and I. Yes, but before that, I want to say thank you for always showing up. Thank you for your consistency on this channel. And if you just stumbled in this video or this channel, you are welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button and let's get the ball rolling. So consistency is always showing up, coming up to do what you plan to do regularly. Like let's say you have an exercise goal, a fitness goal rather, or let's say you have a plan to study, you have a plan to pray, you have a plan to do anything that makes your life better or helps your everyday growth. All these things require that we are consistent in it. You know, there's an author, the author of the Miracle Morning Show, Hal Elrod. He said that repetition can be a very tedious task. That is why so few people ever master anything. And trust me, I can relate to that. I remember lots of skills that I have not been able to grasp because I started and I couldn't finish. And not just that I couldn't finish, I wasn't even consistent to it. Haven't you experienced that before? So the first thing you need to know is that it is actually uninteresting. So what is uninteresting, you ask? Yes, being consistent is actually uninteresting. I know that's different from what I promised you in this video, but I just have to tell you the truth. Really, whatever you want to do regularly will seem uninteresting at the beginning. But the issue is that we rely so much on our motivations, on our feelings to take any action. And so when the motivation and feelings wane, we say like, I don't think this is my calling. God did not call me here. Let me try somewhere else. But wait. What have you ever learned and be successful at and you did not find it uninteresting at some point or the other? The same way we learned how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to commune with friends, how to communicate, how to read. At some point, we didn't really feel like doing it, but we had to do it because there was a system in place that made it interesting or that made us always stick to it no matter whether we felt like doing it or not. So you have to be true to yourself and know that some days I really might not feel like doing this, but I sure have to do it though. So if you tell yourself the truth, when those days come that you stretch your body and you don't feel like exercising, or you wake up and you don't feel like going out, or you open your Bible and you feel like sleeping, you remember that these days will surely come, but I'm ready for it. Now the second thing is, what is the goal and how important is it to you? You see, most times we dabble into things or build up goals without knowing how important that thing is for us. We do things because we find that the world is doing it, it is trendy, people are pressurizing us to do it. But no matter what people say, you have to find out, what is this thing for me? What's in it for me? What's the importance for me? Why do I have to keep fit? What is the importance of me keeping fit? Because my reason can be different and your reason can be different. Why do I have to study? What does it do to me? Why do I have to pray? What does it do to me? These reasons will keep you at those boring moments. And it will make it interesting for you, knowing that you're not just wasting your time, whatever you're doing is productive. So always ask yourself at those tough moments when it seems like showing up is uninteresting, why do I do this? And what's in it for me? The third thing is to focus on the lesson and just to enjoy the process. I know I used to talk about this a lot, but it's just so important that whatever it is you're doing, don't just focus on the destination. It's so easy that you can just be looking at the time and you just want to get there. You forget a lot of things that happen. When you are exercising, for instance, don't just be so keen on looking at the time. I need to get this thing in 5 minutes, or why is this time not moving so fast? It makes the journey, it makes the whole process very tedious. But why not look at other things? Find other things that can distract you. Think about how you're going to feel after the exercise. Think about what this does to you, the discipline you build in it. All these things make the journey much more interesting. So whatever goal you are planning to achieve or whatever journey you are in right now, always ask yourself, what am I learning from this? What is the lesson from this? What is the process of metamorphosis that I've gotten into from this? And those things can give you the boost to take through the journey and keep showing up. Now, the fourth one is to journal or review your progress. Now, I talk about this a lot too because journaling is so much important. It helps you track your progress, and tracking your progress boosts your confidence. It helps you keep memories. And those memories might not be for other people, but it's just for you. When you come back in the next 2, 3, 4 days, months, weeks, and you see how far you've gone in whatever it is you're doing, you were excited. When you come back in the next, you see the before and after of your life, of your goals, of your plans, of your business, and you're like, wow, I started this in last month and I kept doing it, but look at the difference in my life, look at the difference in my business, look at the difference in everything that concerns me. So always journal and track your progress. You might not be able to write, but you might be able to take pictures. Yes, you may be able to record, your process. Do anything that makes you have to look back and be happy with how far you have come. And the last but not the least is start all over again. Now, the thing about consistency is that you don't just stop, it's a cycle. So you keep recycling the processes that led you to where you are. That's how you sustain your growth. But I want to talk about if you started something and you're not consistent at it, just remember the case of our teeth brushing every day. The days that we don't brush does not mean that we will not brush the next day. In fact, sometimes when I remember I've not brushed in the morning, I just pick up my brush and brush my teeth. So if you remember that, oh, I was supposed to do this and I didn't do it, that doesn't mean like, this is so impossible. It just means that, okay, you remembered it. Can you just start all over again? Begin from where you start. That's how you build consistency as well. So no matter how boring showing up always can be for you, whether it's in your business goals, in your academic goals, whatever it is that is so hard for you to do, understand that it can be uninteresting at some point. So brace yourself up with that truth. Identify the goal and how important it is for you. Journal and review your progress. Focus on the lessons, and not just to get to the point or the destination, and then whenever you fail, start all over again. And even if you still succeed, please start all over again, because that's how you maintain the success. So that's my little simple trick for making consistency interesting. Like I said, sometimes it's kind of uninteresting to always record this episode, but I just understand that I learn a lot. Like, let's take the before and after of the PA show. What do you think? So that's my trick for you, and I just hope it does help. Did you enjoy this episode? Thank you so much for watching. I want to get your comments on your most important tip or points in all these things that I've shared, and share your consistency journey with me. I'll be so glad to read it. Until we see again, keep living every day from within to without. So take care. Bye.